everybody, Jeremy here. I wanted to do one more video before we get rid of Windows 11 on our B-Link EQ12 mini PC. And this is mainly to give some information to a viewer who asked about this particular product. I have done a video on it before. You can find it in the card up here. But this is just going to be a review for some, and we'll be covering the latest version. So let's take a look at AOMEI Backupper on Windows 11 and run a sample backup just to show how it works, what it might be used for, and who the target audience is for this product, in my opinion. You may have a different opinion, and that's great. Let's get started. All right, so here we are on the Windows 11 machine. As you can see, I've got an administrator PowerShell open, and I've already done a search for AOMEI. And as you can see here in the bottom line, AOMEI Backupper is available in winget. So we'll copy that string there, and we'll say winget install, and then we'll paste that in and hit enter. And we'll let the computer do the work for us because we don't want to download software directly from the website like a Neanderthal. So yeah, this is a time saver, and whatever limitations winget has compared to the others, this is where AOMEI Backupper is installed, and you can install it however you like, but this is the easy way to do it. Unless you run into a problem like this. Installer hash does not match. This cannot be overridden when running as admin. Alright, no harm, no foul. We'll check Choco. Okay. So, once again, we will attempt this here. Choco, install Backupper standard -y. This should work. I have a little more confidence in Chocolatey than I do in winget, and I like to have it around as a backup provision just in case winget pukes on itself, which it did in this case. So to launch AOMEI Backupper, double click the icon, and really this couldn't be simpler. Of course, they're going to hit you with an ad right up front, and I could do without the advertisements, but hey, that is what you get with software on Windows 11. We're going to do a new backup. In this case, we are going to do a file backup. And so we're going to do 2 folders. We're going to add, we want to go up folder, and we are going to add the whole documents folder. And then we are also going to add the video folder. Okay, and so then you need to select a destination for this. And we've got semi-limited options. We can either do a local file path, add a share or NAS device, or a cloud storage drive. In this case, we're actually going to use the share or NAS device, and we will go ahead and drop in our network path. So we are going to go ahead and click the arrow here, and then it's going to want our username and password, and we can go ahead and say OK. And it didn't give us an error message, so we're going to say OK again, and it says the selected directory does not have read-write permissions or has been disabled. Please select another directory. We can fix this. Hold on just a moment. Let's try that again. The problem was that I hadn't created the directory on the NAS, and in other backup software I've used, instead of the error message that you saw, it will ask you if you want to create a directory that does not exist yet. And then all we have to do is say start backup. And I will, of course, fast forward through this so you don't have to watch it in real time. All right, we are coming down the home stretch of this backup process. And we are finished. And we can see that we've got a backup file here that we can look at, or at least get some information about. So we can go to properties, and it tells you the destination path, tells you how many versions there are, and the source of the original files. As with any backup software on Windows, you may run into some messages that files are in use, and you can skip those along the way. And once you go through the backup the first time, you can add those to an exclusion list. And that way you don't get bothered with them the next time. You've also got an option to schedule this. So if you've got an external hard drive, you can schedule that to go to the external hard drive on a regular basis. You could also do a secondary backup of all or a subset of these files and send them to a cloud storage option such as OneDrive. Just for the sake of argument, let's just take a look at what the options are for something like that. If we were to add just the videos folder, and when we select a destination, for instance, say we want to select a cloud drive. It's got OneDrive in the list currently. It does not seem to give you an option to back up anywhere else, unfortunately. Now, this could be something that you get in the paid version. I haven't looked at the AOMEI website lately. So, to each his or her own. If this is something you're interested in or maybe interested in down the line, then you may want to do a little additional work researching this before you pay for the product for sure. But even before you invest a significant amount of time in the product, you may want to take a look at that. So you've got other options here. So while I do think that backups using a proprietary backup format have their place, if you're going to store on an external hard drive, I would suggest using more the syncing option in the free version of AOMEI Backupper. You have access to basic sync. Easily sync change files from the source directory to the destination directory. Just for the sake of argument, we're going to select videos again. Okay, for our destination, we're going to go to C users public AOMEI. And we're just going to start the sync. Now, I only selected the videos for this just to save a little bit of time, but this is still going to take a minute or 3 to run, and I will come back when it's done. The file sync, we can schedule, enable scheduled sync, and so we are going to, for this one, we're going to say intervals, and this is going to be every day. Start time is 00, so midnight, and finish time is 23:59. Within the time above of each day, run it for every, we're going to say 4 hours. We'll say wake the computer to run the task. And after the scheduled task is completed, we're going to leave that alone because that's a pro option only. So if we do this, then every 4 hours, it's going to do that basic sync, which if you're using an external hard drive, that might be a perfect solution. Now, what I didn't see an option for is encrypted sync, and that may very well be part of the Pro options. I'm not 100% sure. Again, if you want to use this product, I would recommend taking a deeper look at that part of it. And so, of course, you've got an option for restore, and you can choose your option accordingly. This does have a clone option. A full system clone is going to be in the Pro version, but you also have the disk clone and the partition clone. So again, you may want to investigate those. Personally, I'm using RescueZilla for my system and disk cloning needs. I do not feel the need to pay for a product to get that functionality. And finally, down here under Tools, you've got several options that are in the Pro version only. You've also got Create Bootable Media. We take a look at this, and there are two different types of bootable media you can create. I've also got some notifications up here, and it's advertising. So you've got settings, enable email or SMS notifications, intelligent sector, or make an exact backup, use Microsoft VSS, or you can use AOMEI Backup Service. And then under advanced, you've got different things for comparison, splitting files, and other options as seen here. With all this being said, let's take one final look at AOMEI pricing for AOMEI Backupper. If you decided to purchase a Pro version, they've got a few price points. So $39.95 will get you 1 year. If you go up to yearly plus 1 terabyte of cloud storage, it's $49.95. If you go to a lifetime for a single PC, it's $69.95. And a family lifetime is $89.95. So if you've got a lot of computers and family members using Windows, this may actually be worth considering. What I don't know, because I have not purchased a license, is whether or not this will get rid of all of the advertising that they've got built into the free version. I would hope that it does, but again, I cannot guarantee this. Of note, there is an unlimited PCs technician license. $4.99 a year, $5.99 a year with 1 terabyte of cloud storage, or $7.99 for a lifetime license. So again, if you're a technician supporting primarily Windows PCs, this might be worth considering as well. Again, I can't decide this for you, but I just want to be transparent about what the pricing is at this point in time. Now, personally, I would take a different approach. Of course, again, this is just me, but I would stick with one of the free pieces of software, and I would make a point to visit at least quarterly that client or that family member to make sure that the backups are happening, and to potentially do an image backup that I could keep off-site on their behalf. Again, your mileage may vary. I can't make a decision for you. All right, that's going to bring us to the end of another video. I hope you got some new information out of this and got a little bit of a feel for what AOMEI Backupper can do. As always, I do suggest taking a look at the documentation and make sure that the product is a good fit for your particular use case. Again, no product is a one-size-fits-all solution. So know your use case, know your clients or family members that you're working with and what their limitations are, and come up with the best solution for that particular situation. And on that note, I'm going to wrap up this video since it's getting kind of long. And you know what to do down below the video. Thank you for all your support, continued support, especially through this second content challenge month. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.